What's up everyone, Dark Rain Albion here, and today we're going to be playing some corrupted dungeons in the build you guys see right here. We're going to be running Wildfire Staff, Hunter Hood, Cleric Robes, Soldier Boots, Tome of Spells, we're running a basic cape. For food we're going to be using Pork Omelet, and for our potions we're going to be using Gigantify. The main reason I'm using Gigantify here in the potion is I have trouble with getting hit really big, and also I don't move much, so I don't get much utility out of the other potions. It's better to just be Gigantifies. They're relatively cheap as well. You guys can see my set is about 132k. I'm not going to go in with the horse either, so it's even cheaper, around 120k. Not using a real cape either. I don't think that it gives enough of a benefit to spend as much money as I would need to have it. Like a smuggler's cape would double the price of my set. My goal with this is to show you guys just in general what I'm doing in corrupted dungeons playing this build, which I think personally is the best build to play in budget corrupted dungeons, not the big ones, not spending a ton of money, not using a real cape. My main goal is to just make money. I'm going to run into builds that can beat me. Now, that's what I wanted to make this video about, was, oh man, here's me playing 10 corrupted dungeons. I win some, I lose some. Unfortunately, I'm actually a professional, and I lose one corrupted dungeon and proceed to win the next 12 in a row. So I hope you guys enjoy what you're about to see. We profit quite a bit. The traumatic first death is what you guys are going to see right away in this video. Very rough, very upsetting. You guys will see why. We'll be covering some of the more important fights. I'll be breaking down just what I'm thinking in the matchup right in the beginning, then letting the footage roll. I hope you guys enjoy the video. So, hopping into this first corrupted, I see this. Oh, I am so happy. This loot is absolutely mine. We have a great brawl, and then an unfortunate series of events takes place, and I'll let you guys just see it on your own, take it in. Definitely winning this. He has to run, and right here, here's where it happens. A tragedy, a mistake on my part by hitting the little magma imp, but I get hooked twice. I end up getting downed here, and he comes around to execute me. This was rough. I had won the match. I definitely could have beat this guy, beat him in the corrupted, but I end up just making a poor mistake here, dying to mobs, which happens, and that's alright. But now we're going to get into the rage-induced 12 win streak. So, our first matchup is going to be against a Warbow. He should be able to kite me forever, but he makes a few mistakes, ends up trying to brawl me a little too hard, and that costs him the match. Main things I'm worried about is just being kited, like I said. He has the range advantage, very hard for me to brawl like Firestaff likes to, hit him with the meatball very hard, and my chest piece and helmet don't work super good against him here. In this next clip, we're playing against Deathgivers. Deathgivers, sorry. When we're playing Firestaff, this build just isn't scary. We could switch to Flame Wall if we need, but I honestly just don't think I need it. He's going to try to brawl. I'm just going to smash him up. My only thing that I need to do is, as soon as I get to those 3 stacks my Gigantify ends, I need to have my Reflect up, and I need to just leave as little time for him to do his combo to me as possible. He does it right into Cleric Robes and loses big money. Those Deathgivers are expensive. Our next matchup is against a Quarterstaff. This is always going to be scary. The sustain from the Merc Jacket, the Quarterstaff is a bad combo. It hurts. he heals. It is so rough to deal with. I suggest keeping your distance here. I'm trying to kite him out or get some added damage before we brawl with the flame artillery. He is not having it. We run around a little bit until we get into the final brawl down here, which honestly, this brawl is absolutely insane. Can't believe I win it. I don't even know who wins at the end. Next up, we're playing against single crossbow. This build's very good, very scary. I'm definitely worried. He brawls me just a little bit messed up. He's not super committed is what it feels like, and that causes him to lose this. Next up, playing against a big spear boy. He's on a stag for some reason, don't know why. Callipurity, scary to interrupt my abilities. This build's just generally really strong. He's able to Mistwalker jacket my meatball, things like that. I'm very scared here. He just doesn't commit super hard, doesn't brawl super hard, and once again that causes him to lose. When people are in and out of fighting you, and you are things like flame artillery, or you're able to fight behind a flame wall and then they disengage and it's back up for the next brawl, things like that make it really easy to win against these big builds. And you want to make sure that you're using your W as utility for spacing, as utility to stop someone from kiting you, things like that. If you don't use the W correctly on Firestaff, it's very easy for builds to run away from you without taking a ton of damage, to brawl into you when their cooldowns are up, and overall give you a rough time. Alright, up next we're playing against a Chillhowl here with the cultist robes. We can go the Cone of Flames for our W to knock people out of the cultist robes, but if you're just flame artillery when they do the cultist robes. He tries to kite me around a lot, and so I make sure to just stick to using my flame artillery, playing it safe, dodging his abilities, and that gets me the win here. Alright, Curse Skull, this build's super good. You're able to use the E with the Mercenary Jacket to dish out a ton of damage and healing. He has Purge from anything I have, my helmet or my chest piece. Very scary build. He has the Martlock Cape as well to be worried about, but he just lets me smack him really, really hard for too long, and when you let a Firestaff do that to you, you're going to lose. The main thing I'm thinking is I want to save Cleric Robes for his big E. Even if he's going to purge it, it's going to give me a little break from the damage he's dealing. And then I'm going to use my D when he starts to curse beam me and deal a ton of damage. That way I can get use out of both of my abilities. The joy I felt when I saw this build, again, the chance to take 900k away from this man, truly brought me joy. Truly, truly. And I'll just let the fight play. Main things you want to do: avoid being close, avoid the Stalker Hood, avoid the E, reflect when he Stalker Hoods us, Cleric Robes when he's using his E's on us. Next up, we have a spear here. This dude just actually runs forever. I can't catch him. I don't really need to catch him. If we're going to brawl, we're going to brawl and I'm going to win. So I don't change anything to catch him better. I just wait for the ability to get the debuffs on him by keeping him in combat with Flame Artillery. And eventually I get a good brawl out of him and take the victory up here by the traps. With Flame Artillery, I'm able to keep him in combat, making sure he's getting those stacks from running away. That's just the main thing I'm doing here. Once he brawls, I'm just going to hit him with the meatball, and if he's invis here, I just like to try to hit him with my Qs the best I can. Sometimes you'll hit him, sometimes you won't. It's all good. And right here, the Flame Artillery finishes him off. Alright, next up we have a boltcasters with no way to stop me from reflecting or immuning, so that just isn't going to work. And I have no fear of this. If you have silence shot, maybe demon hell, maybe sleepy cap, silence shot, things like that, I'd be a lot more scared. But knowing that I'll be able to immunity it, I'm just going to fight this guy with no fear. This next fight is definitely the most odd fight I've ever had in Albion. Main things I'm thinking, if this was a real fight, which you guys will see, the fight gets very weird. I end up whispering him actually if he just wants to leave, because he will not fight me. He's running back and forth up in a corner for a very long time. Main things I want to do against staffs like this or the other fire staff is reflect the pyroblast, Cleric Robes his Flame Artillery when it reaches maximum stacks, and stay on him very well. I don't want to be kited out by his pyroblast. But this fight isn't very normal. I'm going to speed up this part to when I eventually get him, and when I eventually get him, the fight's very easy. He doesn't fight back super hard. He doesn't do really much of anything except run away, and then he ends up saying a funny thing to me. I'll show you guys in the text chat once we get there. And right here he whispers to me, "Next time I won't spare you, rat," which very interesting with how that fight went. I was genuinely confused, just said what. And here it is, the fall of the hero of our story, Fists of Avalon, taking another victim here, absolutely butchering me. Honestly, just such a slaughter. Fists of Avalon, very, very good against my build. I don't have any really good way of dealing with all that damage, but hey, his weapons cost more than my set, so I can make some excuses and feel better about myself in that way. Alright everyone, we made it to the end of the video. 112 in a row there, lost one, made a very good amount of money there, and we're just going to talk about overall the build, how I feel about it. That is definitely my favorite corrupted build. When we're thinking about playing corrupted dungeons, we want to make sure that, number one, we're okay with losing our set, because corrupteds are very rock, paper, scissors. All of Albion is very rock, paper, scissors, but there's things in there that I can't beat. If I ran into a Bow of Baden during that run, it would have ended right then and there. And it's not necessarily always going to be a loss, but if I'm at an equal skill as the person on the Bow of Baden, then definitely they are going to take the best of me. You guys can see in a lot of those melee matchups with Flame Wall or with Flame Artillery, it is just so hard to play against that. So we played well, but we also got lucky in our matchups to make all of that money. Thank you all so much for watching. We are doing a giveaway just like usual, and we are giving away this pest lizard that I'm riding on right now. If you guys leave a comment and subscribe, like as well, you'll have a chance to win this pest lizard. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions for me or want to join the guild, my whispers are open. You can whisper me in-game. I'm on Americas. You can leave your question in the comments below, and I'll make sure to get to it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good one.